The Texans have just made one of the most important decisions of the year. The front office exercised the fifth-year option on two players simultaneously, two pillars of the franchise's future, guaranteeing they will remain in Houston until 2027. One of them will cost $25.9 million just for that option, and this was just confirmed by Field Yates of ESPN. This proves that Nick Caserio is building something solid here. Stay with me, and I'll tell you who they are and what this means for the Texans. In American football, when a team drafts a player in the first round, the initial contract lasts 4 years, but there is a clause called a fifth-year option. It gives the team the right to secure another season with that player before deciding on a long-term definitive contract. Exercising this option is a clear signal. It means the team believes in the player, wants to keep him, and is willing to pay for the right to have him for another year while negotiating a longer extension. It's a public declaration of confidence. And the Texans did it with two players at the same time, which is even more significant. When a franchise bets on two young athletes at the same time like this, it's saying to the locker room, to the rivals, and to the entire league, these two are our future. And that message carries enormous weight in the environment of an NFL team. The two players are C.J. Stroud and Will Anderson Jr., the quarterback and the all-pro defensive end, who form the core of the Texans, are guaranteed until 2027. Stroud has $25.9 million secured in this option, and Anderson has a similar value, since we're talking about one of the best pass rushers in the league. If you want to follow every move of the Texans in real time, subscribe to the channel and activate the notification bell. Let's continue. Let's talk about Stroud first, because the context surrounding him is the most complex and debated by the fans. Stroud arrived at the Texans in the 2024 draft as the franchise's big bet at the most important position in American football. In his first year, he was exceptional. He won the Offensive Rookie of the Year award and put the Texans back on the NFL map as a team with a real future. But the last 2 seasons have brought highs and lows. The playoffs were difficult. Criticism followed, and many people began to question whether Stroud was really the right quarterback to take the Texans to the next level. And it is precisely in this context that exercising the fifth-year option has even greater significance, because the Texans didn't need to do it now. They could have waited, evaluated further, left the doubt in the air. But no, they went there and secured Stroud for 2027 with $25.9 million. This ends any speculation about his immediate future in Houston. Nick Caserio was blunt when commenting on the decision. He said that securing CJ and Will for the long term is a huge priority for the organization, and that they are the two pillars around which the future is being built. There's no room for interpretation in that. It's a clear, public, and financial commitment to Stroud as the Texans quarterback. Now let's talk about Will Anderson Jr., and here the scenario is different. There's no debate, no doubt. Anderson is one of the best defensive ends in the NFL, and the decision to exercise his option was, in fact, the more obvious of the two. Since being drafted in the first round in 2023, Anderson has established himself as an elite pass rusher. He pressures quarterbacks, he sacks, he changes plays simply because of the threat he represents. Opposing teams need to plan their quarterback protection taking Anderson into account even before thinking about the rest of the Texans' defense. Receiving the All-Pro title, which is recognition for the best players at each position in a season, puts Anderson at a select level. Few players reach that level so early in their careers, and when you have a young All-Pro on your roster, securing him is the first thing you do, without hesitation. The value of Anderson's option should be similar to Stroud's, around $25 million, which for a player of his level is an investment with a guaranteed return. NFL teams pay much more than that for average pass rushers. Having an All-Pro in that range is, in practice, a favorable deal for the Texans. Do you think the Texans should rush to sign long-term extensions with Stroud and Anderson this year, or wait another season to evaluate? Leave a like and comment below. Exercising the fifth-year option is the first step, but what everyone within the Texans organization knows is that this is just a stepping stone. The real destination is a long contract extension, one that will tie Stroud and Anderson to Houston for 4 or 5, maybe 6 years. And that negotiation will happen soon, because letting two players of this caliber get close to the end of their contracts without a renewal is too risky. Other teams enter the conversation, agents start working, and the free market complicates everything. For Stroud, the extension will come with a lot of analysis. The market value of quarterbacks in the NFL is sky high. Players with a profile similar to his are signing contracts in the range of $50, $55, $60 million per season. If Stroud has a good season in 2026, he will go to the negotiating table with a lot of bargaining power. For Anderson, the scenario is even more straightforward. A young All-Pro has a guaranteed market on any team in the league. The Texans know this. Therefore, the extension with him will probably happen sooner to avoid the negotiation becoming more expensive over time. What this double decision today shows is that Caserio is playing chess while other teams are playing checkers. Securing both now, before the draft, before the season, before the market heats up even more, is a move by someone who knows exactly what they're doing. There's something very special about seeing a franchise confidently invest in its young talent, because fans who have followed the Houston Texans for years know how painful it is to see promising players leave. They know what it's like to watch a team dismantle a seemingly promising core due to wrong contract decisions or a lack of vision from management. Today was different. Today, the Texans told C.J. Stroud and Will Anderson Jr. that they believe in them, that the future depends on them, that Houston isn't building for the next game, it's building for the coming years. And for the fans who support the team even in difficult times, who defend the jersey when others question it, who believe in the project even when results are slow to arrive, this news is for you too. It's a sign that the franchise is taking its commitment to being competitive seriously. And that, ultimately, is all a true fan asks for. C.J. Stroud and Will Anderson Jr. guaranteed until 2027. $25.9 million invested in the quarterback, and All-Pro secured on defense. And Nick Caserio sending a clear message to the entire league. The Houston Texans are building to win. The next step is long-term extensions, and we'll be here following every detail of this negotiation and bringing you everything firsthand. Subscribe to the channel and activate the bell. The largest Houston Texans fan community on YouTube is being built here with you. Go Texans, and until the next video.